We live.
Oh. All right.
What the hell's wrong with y'all?
What are you talking? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's take a coloring between your boy Trey Prop.
Well, we can hear.
What?
Y'all clipping like shit. It's your boy, Mr. Petty.
And it's the second first lady in the building, Miss Amore.
And it's the guy who hopefully isn't blowing out his speakers like the first two. It's Rick Stroh.
Really?
Yeah.
Am I clicking?
No, you were clipping. Yeah, you were like, lick. Yo, you sound like the McDonald's
you were
drive.
definitely
You sound, sir, this is a Wendy's. You sound like a drive-through.
Oh, I sound now.
No, it's only because you were trying to outdo yourself. That's okay. Hey, it's
your audio say calm down.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching Blerds. Tuning in to Blerds and Whiskey live with us. Shit, that was all fucked up. Thank you guys for joining us here on Blerds and Whiskey live. Thank you guys for joining us here on Blerds and Whiskey live. We got a great show as always lined up for you. Make sure you like the video, share the video, drop likes, drop some bits on Twitch if you can, and yeah, let's get this thing started. What are we drinking this week? Sorry, I'm out of source. First things first. Before I even get to the drinks, I got to give a special shout out to my buddy, my son, my pride and joy. Happy birthday, little Trey. He is 15 today. We had a great time last night turning up with my son. Yeah, he's 15. So,
Right here.
love you, buddy. I sent him the link, so hopefully he's watching. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. So, happy birthday, little Trey. All right, let's get into the drinking portion of the show. I am doing a tequila sunrise without the sunrise, just orange juice and tequila, just making it a little spicy. That's it.
Okay. For me, shout out to Tito's because I saw they had a cocktail on IG, a tequila apple cider mule. So, not bad, but it ain't great either.
Well, there goes our sponsorship.
Sound like it.
Hold on. You said a tequila apple cider mule.
No, Tito's.
Okay.
Tito's.
No,
I thought I heard tequila,
you said tequila.
as well.
You definitely said tequila.
You said tequila.
I thought I heard tequila.
You got Tito's, but you said tequila.
Tito's.
Nigga, the only thing to make that shit more basic is for you to put some fucking Fireball in it, though.
Ew. I hate Fireball. I don't know why people love Fireball.
Anyway,
White people.
So let's see. I'm doing seasonal depression, so I'm not drinking at the moment. So I'm drinking Fiji water.
Okay, fair enough.
Understood. I didn't have exactly what I needed to make a White Russian, but I did use some Kahlua, some Bailey's, some French brandy, a little bit of rum chata, and some orange liqueur. And I made myself a little cocktail. I don't know what to call it, but it's pretty good.
You gonna shit your pants. So. I'm lactose tolerant. I couldn't touch that, y'all. All right, what you got, Rick?
I'm gonna do something that I haven't done in a long time here on this channel. I'm gonna tell you there's a journey that goes with this drink. If you can't tell what I'm holding on my shoulder,
I wish I had music for this.
Is a very, very powerful weapon of unbeknownst reputation. I use this weapon to journey to the doors of Asgard. No, I'm fine. I'm drinking tequila and lemonade.
I just got the music pulled up too. I just got the music pulled up.
Damn.
Yeah, I was dragging y'all in. Almost had you. Almost. You got to be quicker than that.
It's not like I knew you had a whole story. I was like, say, if I'd known, we could have, we had 2 hours before we do the show. You could have said something.
It's for the spontaneous nature of the show.
Just for you to drop it at the tail end. Okay. All right, let's get into these here church announcements. What you got for us this week, weekend, Herb?
Okay, so last night was AEW Full Gear, and they dropped the Fight Forever video game trailer yesterday.
Sucks.
Yeah, I when I looked at it, it looks like the old SmackDown game with some blood on the ground.
But based off of the last results of the last couple of 2Ks, isn't that pretty much what people have been
I'm
asking
talking
for?
about old.
But they're talking about they're not talking. Okay, so Ukes.
So
Ukes is the game provider. Ukes is an engine who used to make all the SmackDown games.
Right, and I'm saying, isn't so based on like the 2K games, people have been asking for, they want them to go back to those old styles of games. And essentially from what I saw is the upgraded graphics, but it looks like the same gameplay as old SmackDown games. So isn't this what people wanted?
Except for the fact that the graphics are really dated though.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna get Far Cry graphics on this show. Like, it's not gonna be.
Why, first of all, why not? Every other game is.
Because
every other game is using Unreal Engine. Like,
so I mean, yes, they may be using Unreal Engine, but also you got to think about it. So wrestling games are essentially going to be made to, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do as far as like, I don't know if they're going to go with the WWE model and release a game every year. But also at the same time, I mean, wrestling games are more so about, it's about having a good graphical content, but you're playing it for the gameplay. You want to reenact, you want to do your own wrestling, you want to become your own Papa H, so to speak. Yes? So it's about trying to create this crazy ass wrestler that has really thin lips and random muscle tone and shit, and go and see how far you can get him up to be the champion or be one of the greatest of all time. Not about, oh man, look, I can see the detail in his six pack. I can see his cum gutters fully on my wrestler. Nobody wants to see that. Like, no one cares about that.
No one has ever said that. Ever.
Yeah. I just said it, so you know.
Why is that even a party of an act? No, but yeah, I agree with you, except for that last part. But yes, we want to be able to have creative wrestlers, and we want to live our dreams, our fantasies on the screen. It's not going to be the most detail-oriented thing in the world. And also, the other additions to the game, like if you watch the trailer for the release, they have mechanics in the game as far as the weapon play, as far as having glass laid out on the ground, the blood splatter that stays in the match consistently throughout the match. These are aspects of a wrestling game that I would appreciate. So I don't think it's horrible. No, it doesn't look like it's going to be, hell, look at GTA. The more shit you throw into it, the more degraded the characters end up being. You're not going to have people on the screen wrestling. We're not going to have that yet. Not for at least the next 10, 15 years, I don't think. Well, so I'm looking forward to it.
I'm going to give a shout out to my creative wrestler. I got a 20-year creative wrestler career going on since the days of No Mercy. So I'm a veteran in this creative wrestling, the same character consistently. Do y'all weren't around when me and Mr. Proper here used to do. I just thought about it. Me and Mr. Proper used to do creative wrestlers back in the day.
Bringing that up.
And Trey's. Okay, no offense to Mr. Proper, but his creative juices don't fly or don't flow as well as others. And he's the guy who would max stats out on all the characters and just be like,
"You're welcome for that, by the way."
Apollo was his wrestler's name. And we kept doing it like Tiny Lister from Martin. Apollo. So one day, me and Off Camera Guy decided to help Trey out, and we created the wrestler. We took his stats, and then he created Off Camera Guy did the specs for him. I did the move set for him, and we figured this should be a good gift for him. He should appreciate the effort that we took to make his character great. The first thing he always complains about is, yo, why I got feathers? Well, Apollo, the sun god, that whole thing, the Aztec warrior thing. But my lips are rosier than that.
Hey, yo, no.
All I did was complain. His character had one of the best movesets, and he complained. So we never, ever did anything like that created for him ever again.
I wouldn't allow you to, because you screwed it up. You screwed it all up. Who walks around with feathers just jamming into their skull? Who does that?
Apollo.
It wasn't a headdress.
Apollo.
It looked like you just grabbed him by the forehead and just started jamming fucking feathers in the back of my head. No, I didn't like that shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same graphics.
Feathers in the back of the head. You have another church announcement, Mr. Weekend Herb, so I can get to my little Toddy T section.
Yeah. So Trump candidacy just happened. He said that he was going to run for president in 2024. Thoughts, guys? Because I just want to go to Mars.
Is anybody surprised?
No.
Only in America can you get impeached twice, do an insurrection, and then run and then run.
I don't, Trey. I'm glad you picked up on it. I'm glad you picked up on it. Whatever you put on that teleprompter, Weekend Herb is gonna read it. No matter what you put up there, he's gonna read it.
So what he should have taken from that shorthand was that Donald Trump, the 45th president of the United States, is throwing his hat back into the ring as his attempt to run for president again. That's what you're supposed to get from that and expound upon that, dude. Honestly, like I'm hoping that the investigation that he's under will bear fruit this time. I'm hoping it's a little bit of hope.
So he really
won't get a chance to.
He's running for president to try and keep the feds off of his ass. That's literally why he's
basically
jumping
what he's doing.
That's why
he was going to do it anyway, though.
Right.
He was going to do it anyway.
He was, but even though now, so here you go. Now, the majority of the Republican Party is no longer backing him. They don't fuck with him. You have his MAGA elitists and loyalists who are still fucking with him, but as a whole, the Republican Party don't fuck with him. They actually fuck with Ron DeSantis is their guy. And if you live in Florida, first off, sorry. And second off, how the fuck you let this nigga win again? But,
right.
So, but that's their guy. And essentially what they're doing is splitting the Republican Party. And really, Democrats should be sitting around rubbing their hands together like Birdman. But you don't have a good fucking candidate. You don't have a good fucking candidate, you motherfuckers. Get somebody with some charisma or something. Shit. Sorry.
Thanks.
Well, all right.
We do have one more. Well, actually, we have two more.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. We at Blerds and Whiskey want to send our condolences to Jason David Frank's family. Jason David Frank passed away last night, and we want to send our condolences. Guys, what's your thoughts?
Sickly, no, I'm not even trying to be funny, but that's the first thing that comes to my mind when that man's name comes up in my head. He's the first Green Ranger. He's the first person on the Power Rangers to go into their Zord and beat everybody's ass and kick them out of their own Zords. So I'm not sure what he
went to the what's the name there headquarters as well.
Yeah, he fucked up Zordon, his bitch slap, Alpha 5, like all that. Like, he was a.
I'll never forget him peacefully opening the door inside of the Megazord and then immediately clutching the shit out of Jason. Like, it's just like, hey guys, motherfucker! Like, it's the greatest ass whooping of all time.
And he threw a damn Hadouken.
Right.
So for me, mine is different. With him gone, who's going to be Kimberly's knight in shining armor anymore? Because she did so much fucking whining on the fucking Power Rangers. It was like, I was tired of hearing Tommy. I hated everybody named Tommy.
I'm about to say,
this is how much she yelled
not to be that guy, Rita, but they broke up in like season 3. So
it doesn't matter.
She dumped him via letter. The whore.
Yes, but he was still saving her.
He was saving everybody.
Even after that.
The strongest one. Then he became the White Ranger, and they
came back.
Yes, I'm aware of this.
And then he moved on to the next Pink Ranger. He's like, I like your colors.
Australian.
He likes pink, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, and also let's also not just focus on Power Rangers. I mean, even though he was like the one person that could never let the shit go.
What else did he do?
MMA.
So he was also a real life MMA fighter. He was one of the backers of the brand Jesus Didn't Tap. And he also challenged CM Punk to fight, and that was pretty interesting because he kept putting up pictures of him and AJ Lee. It was very, very uncomfortable for those that were paying attention. So, but once again, giving a shout out to the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, the nigga that was playing the flute that thought it was a sensophone that actually was a dagger that summoned the dragon.
Last but not least,
really, Popcorn Dre? Really? Real quick, he says he was almost the same degree as Chuck Norris. Fuck out of here.
No. So years, like, when I was a big fan, one of his actual goals was to actually improve in like the betterment of martial arts. He studied martial arts even well after his career of being a Power Ranger. So he focused more on martial arts and stuff like that, which is how he transitioned into the MMA career. But yeah, he was by the degree. I'm not sure if he's mentioned like as far as up there as action wise, but karate wise, yeah, he's up there with Chuck Norris and them.
Okay.
Okay.
Ain't on the same level as Michael J. White though.
Probably not. I'm glad we never saw White Dynamite.
Seven black belts, and he was Black Dynamite.
Okay. Speaking of black excellence, let's head on back down that road to Wakanda Forever. There's something that has been, on the stratosphere for a while, and that is our good fella Namor. Namor. So, not more, whatever. So, Marvel, or should we say Ryan Coogler? Do you think he's behind it? Somebody.
Nah, it was Disney.
No, that's Disney.
It was Disney.
No, that's Disney.
So, at one point in time, the green Speedo was speedoing. And then, when you get that behind the scenes action, real life came out, and yeah. So my question is this, guys. If you're filming a show or a movie or whatever, and you have to wear a Speedo, are you padding it or not?
First things first, my fat ass ain't wearing no Speedo.
I second that.
But if you know you're
so
not
I guess as a non-fat ass
clothing.
person, I gotta speak.
Look at my
I was just waiting to go in order. But go ahead, Cam.
Nah, I'm not padding.
Yeah, because the thing wasn't quite thinging the way that it was in the movie trailer.
I'm not bragging, but I'm not padding.
Behind the scenes.
So it's funny, like you said in the trailer. It's just like this nigga got a whole fucking tube of socks in that bitch.
He had an electric eel. He had an electric eel in his pants.
And then we get to the movie, and all of a sudden this nigga's a Ken doll. It's funny and shit. Like they point out the editing. And to answer your question, no, I ain't padding the motherfucking thing. I'm gonna pull them joints tighter.
Yeah.
All.
My man went from a killer whale to a tadpole.
Just all.
No, but did he try to blame it on shrinkage?
Imperious Rex.
So if you're dry, you can't really blame it on shrinkage. Maybe he's a grower and not a shower. Maybe when he filmed that part of the trailer that day, he was turned on by one of the blue ladies in the water or something. I don't know. I'm hypothesizing.
I think I figured it out.
What happened.
I think I figured it out because the part that we're talking about is right before M'Baku comes leaping out the water and attacks him. You know what I mean? So it was probably Tina Huerta was too turned on by Winston Duke and all of his M'Baku armor and the slowness of him just being the man ape himself.
Marvel, can we get a Speedo moment for
M'Baku? So y'all want the BET uncut version.
Hold on. I'm not even finished. I didn't even get to finish. And like they were watching the preview of it, and they were just like, "Man, we can't embarrass T-Knock like this, getting all turned on and getting the vapors because of this big, powerful black man over here." So we're gonna go. We're gonna have to edit that out. You know what I mean? Because they ain't want to embarrass T-Knock. Because it's just like, wait a minute, we can't have the ruler of Talokan being all turned up by a member of the Jabari tribe. Because we already got enough black women out here on Twitter who acting like they just can't, like they literally got oceans flowing through their legs. Like the Winston Duke love from this movie has fucking quadrupled. It's quadrupled. And a nigga like me is loving it because now it's Rick's time to shine. Because we are the same ilk. We both 6'4", 6'5", on the 280 to 320 range of big black niggas with beards. So, hello, won't he do it? Won't he will?
So you about to reopen a 3850? That's what you're about to do?
Yeah, I was about to say, but
you need a CG team to remove it.
Giving out refunds. So there's that.
I immediately regret that whole last speech.
You did it.
That was all you, man.
Well, thank you, Rita, for that toddy tea.
One last thing. Magic Mike trailer.
Why is that a thing? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. It looks like Selma Hayek has a new play toy. It looks like Selma Hayek has a new play toy at the end of the day.
Oh my god.
Hey,
I made this.
all I care about is this.
Why is this a church announcement?
That's what I'm saying. You know what?
Because Selma
They
Hayek.
put it in. I'm just reading.
Yeah, the teleprompter.
No, because I didn't want us to appear. I didn't want us to appear sexist, so I suggested we talk
After
about
the
it.
last segment, I guess
But,
not.
also, I really wish this movie was called Magic Mike 3: The Revenge of Kevin Nash's Quads, because you know he tore his quad.
He broke his quad. He broke his quad in the trailer.
Can I say something?
He tore his quad in the trailer.
I feel like this Magic Mike is trying to give 50 Shades of Grey, and it's like, why is it a plot now? All of a sudden?
I'm gonna tell you the vibe. I'm gonna tell you the vibe that I got from this. It's like a bad mix. It's like the worst parts of Fame and the worst parts of Moulin Rouge. Because I swear to God, that's when I was looking at this. I'm like, this is a male Moulin Rouge.
What's the other movie that he did when he was dancing with the girl? What is it? Stepping Up?
No. If
Yeah,
they had hip hop,
so much of choreography and everything going on in the background.
So y'all are missing the real simple answer to this. You're missing it. Channing Tatum just got divorced like last year, and now we get a Magic Mike 3 where he gets to be, the little side piece. He gets to be the female version of the girl. I mean, the male version of the girl from 50 Shades of Grey
or Pretty Woman.
Whatever.
I literally just said that.
I know. I was adding on to what you were saying. I wasn't taking away.
So you gotta understand, Rita's very protective. Rita is very protective of her quotes. Apparently,
I wasn't.
Yes,
close guarded.
I wasn't.
gotta be trying to come for me.
I was applying the fact that this nigga got divorced, and now he's out here rubbing it on Selma Hayek, trying to get her to get divorced, so the things can happen.
No,
he's trying to do the
He has a He's a billionaire. Tatum could never. So he could never. The most he could do is be her sneaky link. That's it.
Dating Zoe Kravitz. Really? Get the fuck out of here. Sorry. Reading the comments over on YouTube, Alicia says, isn't Channing Tatum dating Zoe Kravitz? I didn't hear about that. I kind of stalked that woman. I didn't know about that. Anyway,
I think he is talking to her. I've seen them together in photos.
Damn it! You leave Catwoman alone, you fucking bastard. Anyway,
Gambit and Catwoman.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Oh, that's gonna be fan art out there for your ass.
He's not Gambit. He never will be Gambit. Even though they're actually talking about Ryan Reynolds asking him to appear as Gambit in Deadpool 3. But that's neither here. That's a story for another day.
He's facially, I think he fits a good Gambit. But if they go the route of making Keke Palmer Rogue, I want a black Gambit. I want a black Gambit. That's what I want.
I'm just imagining trying to be Gambit. My name is Remy.
if they make Keke Palmer Rogue, then Daniel Kaluuya is gonna be Gambit.
No.
Why do you want a black Gambit if Rogue is Keke Palmer? I'm just curious.
I just wanted to fit. That's just it. I wanted to,
I think the other guy from Atlanta. I think the crazy guy from Atlanta.
I want black representation.
Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah, I think he would be. Throw a lace front on him. He'd probably be a good Gambit.
Yeah.
Are we getting the black representation with Keke though?
Yeah, but I want the black love representation too. We ain't gonna get Black Panther and Storm.
I want
that yet.
I want all the X-Men to be people of color. All of the mutants. I want
do
that.
Do you know how the rage that would rise up in this country?
I would love every bit of it. I would love every bit of it.
That's a real Birdman joint. If you go ahead and get all the mutants black,
can you imagine a black or a mulatto?
Yes, we talked about the already.
A mulatto Cyclops out here just leaning so much to his white side.
Drake Cyclops. Oh shit.
No. He meant like leaning on the white side. Like if he's like a mix and he's like kind of like the sellout, like the Black Republican.
He said it right, Drake.
Oh, I think that late. I don't know, man. Cyclops as a Black Republican would be like an interesting dynamic.
I'm telling you, if you
Wolverine, can you do something for me?
Please chop on the ops there for me. No.
Yeah. I'm proud of you, Trey, because you don't know that many rap songs, but that was right.
It's been playing everywhere.
I'm about to say the number. So that's the funny thing about that shit. The number of memes that have spawned because of that intro to that song it outweighs the song now. Like, he put a video out for it a week afterwards, and the video is them in a strip club. But now all I think about is fucking memes of Drake twerking and looking at this nigga with gay mouth and saying shit to him.
Hey, I got it.
Because Drake does have it, by the way. I just want everybody to know. Like, he does.
Drake out here popping his pussy.
On a handstand.
Two comments I gotta read. Comic books on YouTube says Professor X will be Clarence Thomas.
Nah.
And Popcorn Drizzy Dre says he should be Gambit. So make sure you go check him out on Trap Nerds Podcast. Tell us what you think.
I feel like I want Steve Harvey to be Professor X.
No. Professor X. Professor. So I got a better analogy for everybody. It wouldn't be Clarence Thomas because we haven't fucked with Clarence Thomas at all from the beginning. Nobody fucked with Clarence Thomas. It would actually be Ben Carson because he did really good shit in the beginning, and everybody and black people were proud of him. And then all of a sudden one day it was just like, yo, the fuck, nigga? Like, what's wrong with you? So his true fuckboyness came out in the second half. So it would be Ben Carson. I'm pretty good at this, guys.
I stand by one team, Steve Harvey to be Professor X, though. Like, dead ass.
Just
I would never take that movie. I would not take that movie serious. What'd you say there, Magneto?
We gotta get Magneto's ass.
You know what?
Get his bitch ass.
No, you know what? Let's make it awkward. I want Lori Harvey to be Jean Grey.
Oh, stop.
Yep.
Stop.
Let's make it real awkward. Let's make it awkward in this bitch. Yeah. Nigga in the astral plane and thinking incestuous thoughts.
I'm mad that we just did a whole black cast of X-Men, and it works.
You could tell when we don't have no topics for real.
LeBron James is Hank McCoy.
Yeah, no. LeBron has to be a liar. LeBron has to be someone who just constantly lies. Nigga just be lying.
Kevin Hart gonna be Wolverine? Because he little and small.
Okay, listen. Okay, I got these calls, right?
Okay, bam. Okay, here we go. So that means Rock's gonna have to be Colossus.
Oh God.
That would work. That would work for Kevin Hart. No, Kevin Hart.
I would watch that.
Fastball special. Let's go.
Yes. Okay. I need you to throw me as fast as you can at this fucking sentence. You need to throw me as hard as you can. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that.
You know who I want to be Magneto?
Hold on. Wilbur Robinson said Kevin Hart is more.
So he can die. Yes. Okay.
No, nigga. I want Dr. Umar as Magneto, bitch.
No. You see? What the fuck is the matter with you niggas?
Nigga just shows up snotting and sweating.
And then like halfway through, like, this dude's an asshole.
Williams is Nightcrawler. I don't know why you niggas sent me out here on this mission. All I can do is teleport you bitches. I can't do nothing for you but teleport you bitches.
Because he's really good, but he just keeps getting beat up by teenagers. So I see it. I
can see that too.
Bill Duke is Apocalypse.
Bill Duke is Apocalypse. No, nigga, you shooting too low. Apocalypse is clearly Morgan Freeman, man. Come on.
And Fabian Mutants.
No, I was going to say Lawrence. I was going to say Lawrence Fishburne should pay Apocalypse.
Lawrence Fishburne is Mr. Sinister.
Flip flop it. Flip flop it. Morgan Freeman make a better Sinister.
Nah, Sinister's too charismatic. He's too charismatic.
Y'all act like Morgan Freeman's a wood.
No, I didn't say that. Morgan Freeman's voice, because first off, Apocalypse is going to be CGI. They're not going to do the Fox bullshit and paint him up. He's going to be CGI.
Him look like Avenues.
Exactly. They're not going to do that shit. However, Lawrence Fishburne, if you look at his character inside the John Wick movies, that's Mr. Sinister. I am in the background.
Okay,
I am
what
making
if
shit
Denzel
happen.
was Professor Xavier then?
Denzel is Sinister. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, the comments have taken over the show. Fuck everything else. It's awesome.
I mean, that's not bad. That's not a bad call.
Denzel is Sinister works too.
You know,
can't do it.
He's still got
hey, hold up.
Heavy New York accent though.
Wait a minute. So if y'all have watched Insecure, right? The nigga that played Lawrence can be Cyclops. The little black nigga could be Wolverine, and Issa Rae could be Jean Grey. Hell yeah! Hold on. Fuck with
Can we
me
get
on
the
this
scene of
Wolverine.
Wolverine?
So hold it.
Accident?
So let me ask y'all a question.
Time she got shot in the eye. So I mean, who shot her in the eye?
Wolverine. Yeah. Jean.
So hear me out then. Since we're making all the white characters black, do we make all the black characters white? So like
yes.
So like Angelina Jolie would be Storm or some shit?
No.
I can see that. But she's too
Margot
old.
Robbie. Maybe Margot Robbie.
No, I would make Margot Robbie maybe
So
like.
we couldn't make her from Africa.
No, I wouldn't do Margot Robbie.
She's from white in Africa. She from what? Dutchland?
Well, South Africa.
Iceland? Russia?
No.
Well, she's Norse.
They found her ass in Iceland or Poland.
There you go.
All right.
She was worshipped as a goddess in her village in Poland because
she's pagan.
She can make the mayonnaise more mayonnaise-ier. And shit like that.
This nigga said Christina Ricci is Storm. Like, nah.
Wilbert Robertson, you are aiming too low, bro. You gotta think higher. We're going higher with this. To the moon, my nigga.
We have no budget, so we. Yo, don't we have a show to do?
No, we're past that. We're so past that.
We really.
Last topic.
Charlize Theron is Storm.
Ooh.
I can see
she's also African.
Yeah.
She is African.
Okay, all right. So here's the big one. Since we're doing racial swaps, who's gonna play Black Panther?
Well, we're doing X-Men.
Who's playing the White Wolf?
No, we're doing X-Men only.
No, the White Wolf.
We're doing mutants and X-Men only.
X-Men. Okay, fair enough.
But can we put Charlize Theron in there if she's already been cast as another character? That's my thing.
Well, so you have another pick from Charlize Theron then?
No, I'm just saying we can't cast Charlize Theron to play a role if she's already signed on to play a Marvel character already. Is what I'm saying.
Bishop played by John Cena.
Not John Cena.
And his name is Bishop Lucas.
Actually, he'd be better forget me not.
You can't see him.
You can't see him.
Oh shit. Okay.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is what though? Like Tom Cruise as
I think they were answering my question.
Tom Cruise is Blue Marvel. Just because I got
no.
I got
God damn it, that works.
Nah, I would say Christian Bale would make a good Blue Marvel if we're doing the white swap.
Yeah,
so we're doing all of Marvel now.
He damn sure didn't like playing Gore the God in Convenience.
Who would be a good Doom if they were white?
Ooh.
No,
would do Tom Cruise's Doom.
Black.
Doom's already white, so let's do it. It's got to be a black person.
No, I'm saying, but they recasted him as a black man. I'm saying we're swapping.
No, we don't. So who's a good? So all right, let's do this. Let's do a standard. Who's good as Doom?
He said Vin Diesel as Iceman. Nah, man. Nah.
Hey, Horace.
Iceman don't have no family.
Hey, Horace. I've etched your name into the side of a knife, Horace. I need you to understand that.
Okay, well, who would be a good Doom, black or white? That's the question.
No, I was gonna say let's do both.
I think Esposito.
I honestly sticking with Christian Bale as Doom.
I like Christian Bale white, and I want
Antonio Banderas to play Doom. I think he could do it.
But not just Doom. Not just in any Antonio Banderas. I want the one from not the True Lies one. The Assassins. Yeah.
I know you.
I must kill you because I admire you.
He has a lot more range than people try to give him, and that's why I think he could do it. But
no, he Antonio Banderas.
So people, you know how this country is. We're gonna talk about like they don't lean towards people who have a little bit of an accent. You know what I mean? So if you're not talking American, we're not gonna listen to you. So you know how that shit goes.
Yeah.
The wolf from Twilight as Thunderbird.
I think he's talking about
He's talking about Taylor
He's talking
Lautner.
about Taylor Lautner. Yeah, whatever.
Is he even in shape anymore?
Wilbert Robertson. You're gonna
Has anybody seen him since Twilight?
That's what I'm saying.
No, he had like an action. He had an action movie outside of Twilight where he played like some kid. Yeah, it was like he was.
It's called. The movie was called Abduction, and it ruined his.
How many
career.
movies? That's what I'm saying. It couldn't have been that many movies.
No, it was a terrible movie. It was a terrible movie.
It was.
Guys, he's playing the sixth banana in Adam Sandler movies now. So like he's under Rob Schneider. He's under Rob Schneider. God damn.
Mad Jim Jasper's gonna be playing Rob Schneider in a regular universe. I
just want to go to the reality where Patton Oswalt gets to play MODOK.
MODOK, because he did so great in the TV series.
Yes, I just want to live in that reality where I get a live action MODOK with Patton Oswalt. Little fat ass.
So,
y'all must go ahead and transition to character week, or you gonna have to say something, Herb.
It got one more church announcement. Like we fucked off for that long.
Yeah.
Bro, how many fucking church? That list is not that long.
All right. Next week is the last episode of the year, guys. As always, every December we take our hiatus. We go on our break, and we come back stronger in January. So tune in next week, as always, and keep watching our
January 8th, right?
January 8th is when we come back, and that concludes the church announcements.
Bigger and drunker.
After my birthday, by the way, so you all can send me all of my gifts if you want to. I'll be sure to put a forwarding PO box address in there so that you guys can just, hook us up. Appreciate it.
Trey owes you 3 gifts.
Herb, how many fucking gifts have you given her? Shut the fuck up! Damn, nigga.
She ain't mad though.
Hey, Rihanna as Dazzler isn't bad.
So I don't know if y'all noticed, but like I said, we're gonna take this hiatus, and it's getting a little bit cold outside. So no. I'm ignoring that comment. It's getting a little cold outside, y'all. So let's go ahead and run our character of the week about shit being cold.
Hey, Wilbur Robertson, you about to be on that list for genocide.
Character of the week. So today's character week is a tragic villain. Actually, he's just a villain. Victor Freeze, also known as Mr. Freeze. Now, Mr. Freeze was originally in Batman issue like 121 or something like that. His original name was Mr. Zero. He didn't get the name Mr. Freeze until the 1960s Batman TV show. And even then, he was pretty much like an ice-related villain who just did nothing but ice puns and steal diamonds. However, in the 90s, the Batman, the animated TV series, they retconned him into a tragic villain. Victor Freeze was a scientist who was working with trying to cure a disease for his wife, Nora Freeze. His boss found out that he's using company resources to do this and shut it off almost immediately, even though her life was hanging in the balance. An accident ensued, and then he got splashed with some chemicals, blah, 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 because comics. He ended up being a villain who was hell-bent on revenge. He basically had, his body was changing a molecular structure to basically to sub-zero temperatures. He could not live outside or survive outside of freezing temperature. So he ended up having a suit that confined him. He's devoid of all feelings. So he is very ruthless. However, if you look deep down, he does still care about Nora. So therefore, I don't think that all of his feelings are gone. The tragic part comes from the fact that you sympathize with him. You understand his methods. Confined to his suit, he basically used diamonds to power it. the thing about him is that, like I said, the Batman anime TV series retconned what was a throwaway or B-list villain into a top tier threat for Batman, even though he showed up probably about like 3 times in the animated TV series. That influence changed into comics, and it also even changed into movies. As you can recall, the Arnold Schwarzenegger was kind of a mix between the ice puns of the 60s and the tragic villain that he was in the Batman animated TV series.
What killed the dinosaurs?
They borrowed everything from the cartoons, including the part where henchmen's heads collide and makes a coconut sound. Because Joel Schumacher. So, Victor Fries, like I said, retcon into a cold, ruthless, yet somehow caring, sympathetic villain. I think he's been featured in, like I said, 3 of the animated TV series, Batman Beyond, Batman straight to DVD, Sub-Zero, Brave and the Bold. He's been featured probably in, I'm not sure what else, but like I said, shout out to Victor Fries.
You were cold as ice. You don't know how to appreciate it. You know you get another couch. What am I gonna do about my legs?
You cold as ice. Anyway, back to you guys.
Episode where Bruce left Daggett frozen. He's like, "Wait, good job, humanitarian."
He's like, I saw that clip. I know what you did.
Now, people be fucked up about Batman's villains gallery, but the regular people in Gotham are way more fucked up than the villains.
You know what's really funny about that? Now that you say that, Batman has 2 reasons to hate him. On a business side, because he dealt with him as Bruce Wayne, and on a Batman side, because he dealt with what he has to deal with. It's like, yo, all this shit that I've had to deal with is because of you. So both of us hate you, me and Bruce.
I didn't read that one. Wilbur Robinson says, "Did you ever read the comic where Bruce Wayne died?" And Mr. Freeze said, "If he had told me, everything would have been different." No, I didn't read that comic. I don't.
Nigga, that's a side quest in Arkham Knights.
Wasn't he like if he told him things would have been different?
I don't know. I've never. He said it's a comic.
I don't know. But I also give a shout out to Batman Beyond for also extending it, and give a shout out to Schwarzenegger for the ice puns. He mixed both the 1960s campy and the tragic animated series all in the same one. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
So where can we
Speaking
watch?
Go ahead.
Someone go.
All right. So speaking of video games, it's because I just mentioned Arkham Knight. A game that's I'll just spit on the screen there. I'm back now. A game that is very near and dear to my heart came out last week. I've been playing it for a week because I wanted to get a really good review for you. Yes, you that's watching this right now. We also do video game reviews. I'm talking about God of War Ragnarok. So God of War Ragnarok is a sequel and a continuation of the God of War story that started probably back in, I believe God of War games started coming out in 2003. I've played all of them. I'm a God of War fanatic. I own my own Leviathan axe, which I've been holding this whole time. I love it so much. It means so much to me. And so this newest game, God of War Ragnarok, is a continuation of the 2013 God of War story. In that game, we see Kratos has changed from Greece. Well, after he completely destroyed all of Greece and all of that, I guess you can say it's more of a multiversal type of thing. He destroyed all of that. We find him in Midgard, and Midgard is basically Earth from Norse mythology. He has, at the beginning of the game, he's cremating his wife. We see that he has a son who is named Atreus. It's one of the most epic games that dropped on the PlayStation 4. I played through it multiple times, and now we are here with God of War Ragnarok. Ragnarok is the continuation of the story of 2018. At the end of God of War 2018, spoiler warnings, Baldur is killed by Kratos snapping his neck like the fucking little twig it is because he's trying to kill his mother, you bitch. Fuck you, Baldur. Die in piss. Anyway, so now the game opens up with Kratos and Atreus. It's the middle of Fimbulwinter. For those of you who don't know, Fimbulwinter is the event that leads up unto Ragnarok, which is the destruction of Asgard. And so we find Kratos and Atreus, and Kratos and Atreus are being pursued by the mother of Baldur, who is the goddess Freya. And no, not the Freya from the MCU who died. I don't know what.
She's a whole problem. She's a whole fucking problem.
Yeah, this Freya is the queen of the Valkyries who laid down her mantle to wed Odin because Odin was starting to kill her people. Because also Odin isn't Anthony Hopkins' kindly old man. Odin's a fucked up individual. All of the gods are, and that's the Odin that we meet. He's conniving, he's scheming, he lusts for power, and he lusts for his immortality. And so this Freya, again, Freya is the mother of Balder, and she blames Kratos for killing her son, even though Kratos stopped her from getting choked out and shit because his hands connected. He was Bart Simpsoning her, and Kratos snapped his neck. So the game opens with more of that pursuit. But then also you start to notice there are some changes in the son Atreus. He is starting to lean into his powers. He can talk to animals. He can shapeshift. He's had all these things going on, and it leads into this. I'm just gonna say this: Sony Santa Monica, you've done a tremendous job with both of the games since Sony completely took over 100% ownership. I didn't think that you guys could top the cinematic feel of God of War 2018, and you have. You absolutely have. The game is amazing. It plays just like the way you remember. If you're familiar with God of War 2018 combat, you can pick right up and get right back into where you left off. And then there's some new twists in there. Of course, God of War is about collecting epic weapons. There are epic weapons in this, and it's not just the Blades of Chaos. There are things that you can add on to the Leviathan Axe and the Blades of Chaos to make them even better. The story cinematics are just the Thor fight alone. The Thor fight is literally 20 minutes into the first Thor fight is 20 minutes into the game. And it's literally the $70 that you would have to pay for this game. It is as epic gets. And then it's Fat Thor. So you know he got nothing to lose. It starts off with him offering you mead, and then it's you niggas just getting it on. The battle of
Raising.
I mean, it is Norse mythology, so you know.
Oh God, stop. Okay, keep
but the epic battle of Mjolnir versus the Leviathan Axe is everything that you want. Thor versus Kratos, the god of war, the man who killed a whole pantheon of gods simply because he was just in a rage. I identify with this character so much. So much. Anyway, but it's the God of War Ragnarok is incredibly epic and it's incredibly special. If you looking for something to play that's going to take up a good number of hours in your life, and you know what I mean, you want to balance it out with Call of Duty because you can only be called the N-word by white kids who live in Iowa so many times in a day. So I really think everyone should go out and get God of War. Even if you're not a third-person gamer, if you're someone who doesn't like the epic games, you just like to get on the game and do something mindless, just give it a try. It's a perfect game. I give it what type of rating system did I come up with? Did I do the shot glasses or did I do
shot glasses?
You might as well stick to the shot glasses.
All right. I give this game
out of 5.
Out of 5, I give it a 4.8 shot glasses. Please do everything that you can to go out and get this game if you have a PlayStation 5. You will not regret it. Absolutely.
Wow. That is a ringing endorsement from Rick there. Go ahead, Herb.
I heard that Ryan Hurst, Opie from Sons of Anarchy, is playing Thor. Is that correct?
He absolutely is, and he absolutely gives you those Opie vibes. And that's why in the last rematch, I put that fucking crowbar to your head, Opie. You wasn't waiting for it. Oh,
damn it. And that shit still hurts.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. I fucked him up. Real good.
So basically with Kratos and Thor, and you said it was the voice of Opie. I don't know. The thing about Opie I always remember is his beard from Sons of Anarchy. Now, hey, people are listening. If you want a beard like Opie, if you don't, that's cool because you're black and you want a beard that's kind of more on Mr. Proper's range. Let's go ahead and go on to our blerdsandwhiskey.com. You go to our partners page, you go on the promo, and you see, hey, there's a little Viking dude there. Yeah, cool. You click on that, and it says Beard Struggle. Use the promo code BLERDS1, and you can get all 15% off any product that you choose. You can fill the whole cart up, and just use BLERDS1, and you get 15% off all of that. Yeah, it's a Christmas gift. You want someone over the Christmas holiday to have a nice beard? You go on blerdsandwhiskey.com, go to our partners page, through there, and you go on, click on that link, and you use the promo code BLERDS1, and you'll get a nice beard, and then they'll have a happy holiday on their face.
I'm using my axe to shave like a real
A
Viking.
happy
You are
holiday
not
on
shaving.
their face.
Somebody shouldn't this day.
What'd you say, Rita?
No, he just said they'll have a happy holiday on their face, and my mind went somewhere completely different.
I said what I
But go
said.
ahead.
Niggas is out here giving eggnog facials.
Save a horse without a face. Tis the season. Tis the season. Sit on my. La, 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 la.
Oh, you need to get a better diet. That tastes bitter.
Stop. Make her drink water.
Anyway.
All right, so speaking of dietary changes that everybody's about to go where our entire system's about to go through a shock, we got to talk about the holiday for all fat people in America.
Bulking season.
Well, same shit.
So this is the time of year where we break to give respect for Thanksgiving, and then we immediately take it away. In my mind, Thanksgiving gets 3 days. That's it. The day before Thanksgiving, the day of Thanksgiving, the day after. Any more time? Does Thanksgiving really need more time to that? Let's just be honest.
Shit, we should
I
get a whole
think
week
you're only
off.
saying that because you just want to get Christmas here, since you had Christmas decorations.
No, I
last-
feel like Christmas deserves. If everybody else can celebrate their birthday for a month, why we can't give Jesus more than a month? That's all I'm saying.
Because
Like,
we go to church every
regular
Sunday.
ass people can get a freaking whole month. Why we can't give Jesus more time?
Because he wasn't born in December.
I think Thanksgiving
He
should
was a
last.
Capricorn, and you're just being a hater.
I
Go ahead.
I think
historically
Thanksgiving should
speaking,
last I think Thanksgiving
Just
should
being a
last
hater.
as long as the
Everybody's
turkey's
just
in the
being-
fridge.
Everybody's just being.
So you mean to tell me you
Thanksgiving should last as long as
think
turkey's
three
in the
people
fridge.
rode a camel in the winter?
Oh, shit.
Everybody's just being a hater.
Okay.
The climate for every location is not the same. So yes, it's
Jerusalem.
possible he could have
Africa's still pretty hot.
ridden. Thank you. Exactly. He said, could he have ridden a camel in the winter? Yeah, he could.
I'm on your side on that part, but still, I don't think it was the same. Anyway, all right, so Thanksgiving, food, turkey. Yeah, so is anybody out there eating anything weird or strange this year? Are you getting anything that's going to be
I got requested to make stuffed peppers.
stuffed peppers?
I know I
Like,
make a really good stuffed pepper, but I've never made stuffed peppers for Thanksgiving.
I mean, I guess
I
is it part of that football tray thing or something? Or I feel like that's like how the door.
I am the most humble cooker of all of them.
No, like, so I make a pretty good stuffed pepper, okay? But I've never been asked to make it for Thanksgiving. Like, who has ever had stuffed peppers for Thanksgiving? So it's throwing me off.
I mean,
I'm going to make
that's
it,
not like some
but it's throwing me off.
experimentation. So
Yeah.
wait. Are we talking about stuffed bell peppers or stuffed jalapeno poppers? What are you talking about?
Stuffed like bell peppers, but I prefer red over green
So
because red peppers are sweeter.
for Thanksgiving though,
Jalapeno
Like,
But I
poppers
was
sound
asked
good
to
as
make
shit.
it.
You stuffing it with
I'm
turkey?
not. So this is my first time, like, not actually hosting Thanksgiving in a really long time. It's been like, I don't know. I've hosted Thanksgiving for at least the last 3 years. So this is my year not to. So I'm excited about not cooking. But when I was asked to make red peppers, I was like, okay, I don't mind making it, but this just seems weird for Thanksgiving. But I digress.
It is, and I'm not saying taking shade at your cooking or anything. It's giving me experimentation for Thanksgiving, and that's something that you don't do. I.e., my mother.
Is it experimentation if I already know how to make it?
No.
That's what I was going at.
I'm not saying you, because you probably make it great.
but you got to cook for your family's palate. That's basically
Yeah.
it. You got to cook for your family's palate. Like,
I'm gonna let her finish. I'm gonna let her finish, but I'm gonna say something because it's kind of like in the same along the line, same as what Rita was getting at.
okay.
Yeah, guys, I speak from experience. Don't ever experiment on Thanksgiving, because you should always have the traditional stuff. And if you want to try to experiment, then you make that shit on the side and ask, hey, I made something else. Experiment.
Okay,
my mother.
Rita, it was a terrible segue, but just let her go.
Segway is throwing me off. That's what it is. Segway is throwing me off. But okay.
He was trying because he just wants to say this part. He just used that as an excuse. Go ahead, continue.
My mother decided one year to experiment on Thanksgiving, and it was the worst fucking meal that I've ever had in my life. And she knows that because I talk about it every year. I love my mother, but when it comes to cooking, I'd rather just have my wife go ahead and just go with my wife's family. I want to spend time with my family, but nah, because they'll my brother, love him to death. He wants to do like Indian food shit for Thanksgiving. I don't want to do that. I want mac and cheese. I want the turkey. I want the holiday ham. I want the regular shit that we're supposed to be getting for Thanksgiving. Don't fucking experiment on Thanksgiving, guys. For the love of God, don't do that.
From the bottom of his heart.
Go ahead, Cam.
Okay, that was a really terrible segment. I'm not even gonna hold you. That was a terrible segment. Like because you don't hear making it sound like that she's like just you know what, like off the whim. Like I'm gonna make peppers for.
On top of my
it needs to be said. I'm sorry.
Right. I know. I mean, I get that. I get
soy
you.
Sauce going macaroni and cheese.
No, but I mean, like, so what Rita is doing, or what was requested of Rita for the stuffed peppers for the holidays. I'm seeing a lot of other people kind of do certain things, like not just sticking to the traditional stuff. Like everyone's had the turkeys, the hams, the mac and cheese, the candy yams, the non-candy yams. You know, everyone's had all these
green bean casserole.
Oh Jesus, green bean casserole. But like everyone's always had these, and everyone's always expected stuff like that. But sometimes, every once in a while, you get like someone does something like non-traditional, and it's still good. And it's like, you know, I feel like as we get older, like sometimes we make new traditions. Like I stopped doing turkey. I've been hosting Thanksgiving for like almost 10 years, and I stopped doing turkeys about 4 years into it. One, I don't like turkey, but two, I figured out why I don't like turkey because the families always make them dry. One of the things I did is I put it in a browning bag, but I flip it upside down so that all the juices and everything's at the top. So when you flip it right side up, the juices come right down. So the top of it is all has all the flavor and everything and marinate and stuff like that. So yeah, tip for everyone: if y'all think about still doing turkey, you put it in a browning bag instead of putting it right side up.
A lot of people don't brine it. Yeah, they need to brine their turkeys because if you brine it, it prevents it from getting. It literally prevents it.
Right.
From getting dry.
9 times out of 10, people just shove the turkey in the stove and like put a little salt and pepper and think they got it, and then the next thing you know, you're sitting there like grinning and bearing it, eating drink. I'm like, yo, can I get some more gravy? And I'm sitting there like, got the whole
you sweet summer child.
got the whole thing.
Thanksgiving. Leisha said that.
Right. No, but what I've done as far as like the newer tradition of what I've done is instead of doing turkey, I do like a small chicken for Thanksgiving instead of doing turkey, and you know, small chicken and ham and everything else, like, you know, little things like that. So stuffed peppers on a holiday just because someone requested it, it's not too far-fetched. I feel like people are just adding more stuff to it, just variety, because at the end of the day, the point of Thanksgiving is to have family and be thankful.
Unless, whatever. How do you get your chicken, Cam? What do you
okay, all right. You know what? No. All right, here we go. Here we go. No.
House.
Okay, stop. All right, y'all. Mr. Proper and his how can I put it? His comprehension skills are not up to par.
Oh,
I happened to mention that I had canned chicken. I was like, oh, okay, you know.
Period. Right? There's a period after that, right? There's a period after that, right?
I just said, hey, I was doing some stuff with some canned chicken. So Trey's instantly like, canned chicken? He's talking about chicken in a can.
He thinking the government chicken.
In a can, where you just...
This nigga said canned chicken.
Canned
chicken.
I said canned
He said canned chicken feet. He ain't say canned chicken wings. He ain't say drumettes. He ain't say motherfucking breast or thighs. The nigga said canned chicken. If it's canned chicken, niggas don't think it's canned chicken. You ain't right, motherfucker. You wrong on this.
But canned
chicken breasts. That's what's inside the can. So I know you eating canned chicken breast.
But canned.
You ain't say that.
Okay, but hear me out. Canned chicken and chicken in a can are two different things.
I know that. Because on the can, they say what's inside the can. If it's a can,
it's the tuna of the land.
If a can of chicken parts, exactly, Herb.
Herb.
If it's a can of chicken parts,
so we don't get demonetized as actually just uncooked chicken.
Actually.
Oh shit! Take that off.
Why does it look like a new? Why does it look like a newborn baby?
No,
like
but
chicken in a can. No, but chicken in a can literally
chicken
looks like a a newborn. It does.
Google
I
chicken in the
said
can.
I had canned chicken, and I said he kind of like tuna fish, but it's chicken. And he's all like, he's still thinking it's chicken in the can.
I was like, is
So-
it deboned? What the fuck are you talking about? It's like tuna.
So-
What the hell do you mean?
So this year for Thanksgiving, me and my immediate family, we're doing a seafood Thanksgiving. They're finally taking my hand. And this year, your boy Rickstro will be making scallop sandwich sliders. I will take some scallops. I've got some jumbo sea scallops. I will bacon wrap them. I'm going to sear them on both sides. I'm going to bake some Hawaiian sweet rolls. I'm going to put them in the oven, bake them up nice and fluffily. Then I'm going to brush the top with a little bit of garlic Parmesan butter. And also, we are going to layer on the sandwiches a little tiny bit of red onion, some bib lettuce, and a splash of remoulade sauce. They will be delectable.
Good shit. Good shit. We have a regular goddamn Thanksgiving dinner. We have everything.
All right, so let's go ahead and
we got to get in the hold on. We got to get in the practice of getting the fuck off, because right now, if it were, we would owe $300. $500.
We got major announcements coming up, but yeah, don't talk about that right now. All right.
Two things. Number one, I saw in the comment section that they was talking about what's the name, Popeye's turkey. I've never had it. How is it? And number two,
it's amazing.
It's Cajun
No,
spiced turkey.
no, their turkey.
And
I've
it's
bought
huge.
one before. It's amazing.
Mama
You have to
Papa would
actually
kick
cook it.
all our asses.
You missing my point. You have to actually cook it yourself. It's not. They don't give it to you cooked, but it is really good. It's really good.
Okay.
I'm gonna go order one after this.
I understand how your mom feels, but they sell out every year for a reason. They're good.
And the second
in the Discord, we'll talk about this more.
Deep fried turkey.
Huh?
Get in the Discord.
Roasted turkey or deep fried turkey?
I think it's deep fried turkey.
Deep fried all day.
If you in this
Have you
area
had a
and you want
jerk
your
turkey?
if you in this area and you want your turkey deep fried, hit me or Trey Popper up with rates. I got rates for you.
Gotcha.
All right, so Big Herb, happy holidays, everyone. Hope y'all have a good holiday. Get some FNX Fit if you're doing a holiday thing. Blerds, FNX 1 or whatever.
We'll do that shit.
Nah. We don't promote them. They can go to Jordan Grace's Twitter
They ain't
for
paying us.
They're paying her and not us.
All right, last but not least, next week is our last show of the year, so tune in. And as always, up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink, motherfucker, drink.
And we out.